Welcome to History in Flames. Empires rise and fall, the past comes alive in fire and ash. Subscribe and relive the stories that shaped the world. It begins before sunrise. Not with a trumpet or an order barked across a parade ground, but with discomfort. Cold seeps through fabric that has not been dry in weeks. The ground beneath is hard, uneven, and unkind. Somewhere nearby, a man coughs. Another turns over in the dirt, careful not to disturb the one beside him. This is how most days of the Second World War began. Not with heroism, not with explosions, but with exhaustion. History remembers this war through its grand movements, armies advancing across maps. Arrows pointing toward cities, flags changing color. But those movements were made by individuals, millions of them, each one living the war one day at a time. This is not the story of a famous battle. This is not the story of a general. This is one ordinary day in the life of a World War II soldier. It could be 1941 or 1944. It could be France or Ukraine or an island in the Pacific. The uniform changes. The language changes. The fear does not. Sleep is shallow here. It never truly rests the body, only suspends awareness for brief moments. A soldier does not wake refreshed. He wakes confused, heart already racing, senses already alert. Sometimes he wakes to shouting, sometimes to artillery in the distance, sometimes to nothing at all, which can be worse. The body stiffens immediately. Muscles ache from the previous day's labor. Digging, marching, carrying waiting fingers are numb. Boots still damp from yesterday, slide back on reluctantly. There is no mirror, no private moment. The face that looks back from a puddle or canteen cup appears older than it should be. Dirt clings to skin. Eyes look sunken. No one complains much. Complaints require energy. Someone cracks a joke, dry and humorless. Another man laughs, too loudly for no real reason. Laughter is rare enough that it feels strange when it happens. Orders arrive casually. No speeches, no drama. Up, move, stand by, and just like that, the day begins. Breakfast is not about enjoyment. It is about function. Food arrives in tins, crates, or ladles depending on luck and location. Hard bread that resists teeth. Canned meat whose origin is best not considered. A bitter liquid called coffee, though it barely resembles what the word once meant. Men eat quickly, standing, sitting on helmets, perched on ammunition crates. There is no ceremony. When it comes, changes everything. For a brief moment, morale rises. Conversations soften. Someone trades a cigarette for an extra bite. Another saves half for later, knowing hunger always returns. Water is precious. Clean water even more so. Hands shake slightly, not just from cold, but from nerves. The body is always aware that the day could turn violent at any moment. Letters are checked, rarely received. More often written and folded carefully, placed into pockets like talismans. Food finished. There is nothing to do but wait. Weapons are cleaned obsessively. Not because they are dirty, though they often are, but because cleaning gives purpose. It keeps hands busy, creates a sense of control in a world that offers very little. Rifles are checked again and again. Bolts slide back. Magazines are counted. Equipment is adjusted even though it was adjusted yesterday. An officer walks the line. He looks tired too. No one speaks much. Words feel unnecessary. Everyone already understands what is expected. The men check each other quietly. A strap tightened here, buckle adjusted there. No one says good luck. It feels too final. The air feels heavy. Not because something is happening, but because something might. This is the longest part of the war. Waiting. Hours pass with nothing but the sound of wind, distant engines, or occasional artillery far away. The body remains tense, never fully relaxing. Time stretches strangely here. A minute can feel like an hour. An hour can disappear without notice. Some men sleep lightly, helmets pulled low. Others stare into space, lost in thoughts of home, or trying desperately not to think at all. Letters are written again, rewritten, then torn up. Thoughts drift toward food, warmth, familiar places. A street remembered in detail, a voice imagined clearly. And always beneath everything, fear. Not panic, but a constant dull awareness. Anything could happen next. If lunch comes, it comes quietly. No bells, no tables. Men eat when they can, where they can. Sometimes meals are interrupted halfway through, sometimes not. The sun, if visible, offers little comfort. Heat brings its own misery, sweat trapped beneath heavy clothing, insects, thirst. In colder places, the sun is deceptive. It looks warm but offers no relief. Bodies ache. Fatigue accumulates silently. Someone mentions home again. Someone else asks what day it is. No one answers with confidence. The afternoon brings uncertainty. Sometimes it brings work. Digging trenches, reinforcing positions, carrying ammunition or supplies. The labor is exhausting, repetitive, and often performed under threat. Every shovel strike could draw attention. Other times, it brings contact. It begins suddenly. A distant sound, a sharp crack, a vibration through the ground. Orders are shouted, men move automatically now, training overriding thought. Fear sharpens everything. The world narrows. Noise becomes overwhelming. Artillery, gunfire, shouting, smoke obscures vision. There is no clear sense of time. Most soldiers never see who is firing at them. They only feel it. Moments blur together. Seconds stretch endlessly. Then, as suddenly as it began, it stops. Silence returns slowly. Air smells. Smoke, earth, and something metallic. Men count heads quietly. Someone is missing. Someone is wounded. Medics move carefully. No rush, just efficiency. Every movement practiced. Every expression controlled. The dead are not spoken about yet. There will be time for that later, or maybe there won't. Equipment is gathered, positions reoccupied. The war continues. As light fades, tension rises again. Night is dangerous. Meals, if available, are eaten with urgency. Darkness brings uncertainty, infiltration, sudden violence. Men prepare for another long watch. Faces are more drawn now, eyes heavier. Conversation fades almost entirely. The world shrinks in the dark. Every sound feels close. Every movement feels threatening. A snapping branch, a shifting shadow, a whisper of wind. The imagination fills in gaps. Soldiers grip weapons tightly, knuckles white. Eyes strain against darkness. Fatigue becomes the enemy. Sleep tempts constantly. Losing focus could mean death. Some men whisper prayers, others curse quietly. Some say nothing at all. Time crawls. Eventually shifts rotate. Men collapse where they can, on the ground, in trenches, against walls. Sleep comes in fragments. Dreams are vivid and unsettling. Faces from home mix with images of the day. Explosions echo even in silence. Bodies remain tense, ready to wake instantly. The cold deepens. The mind wanders. Thoughts return to survival, not victory, not politics, not strategy. Just survival. Another man stirs. Another coughs. The night drags on. Slowly, light returns. Another day begins. No announcements. No relief. Just the quiet understanding that today may be worse, or may be exactly the same. Boots are pulled on again. Weapons checked again. Hunger returns. And somewhere far away, history continues to be written. One ordinary day at a time. This was not a rare day. It was not exceptional. It was lived millions of times by men who would never appear in history books. They did not know how the war would end. They only knew they had to survive the day and tomorrow, or they would do it all again. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Share your thoughts below.